So now we're going to discuss a structure called the fibrous flexor sheath. So what is this structure? First of all, if we're looking at one of the fingers here, so this is the metacarpal bone. Okay, so here this is the metacarpal bone, and here are our phalanges. So our proximal, middle, and distal phalanges. So this is the proximal phalanx, this is the middle phalanx, and this is the distal phalanx. And as we said before, the tendons of flexor digitorum profundus and flexor digitorum superficialis, they come from the forearm and they insert on the phalanges like this. So this here is in green, is the combined tendons of flexor digitorum profundus and superficialis. And for to simplify things, we're gonna treat them as just one structure here to understand the fibrous flexor sheath. So these tendons of the flexor digitorum profundus and superficialis, they lie on the bone, but they have to be held on the bone in place. And the structure that does this function is our fibrous flexor sheath. So there is a connective tissue fiber. There is a group of ligaments collectively known as the fibrous flexor sheath, that basically hold the tendons in their place, hold the tendon on the bone. So this is it's basically like a tunnel which starts at the metacarpophalangeal joint here. This is the beginning of the fibrous flexor sheath, and it covers the tendons, and it ends at the distal interphalangeal joint. So it's a blind-ended tunnel, so it's closed here and it's open here. So the tendon enters here, and then it inserts on the base of the distal phalanx, the tendons. This is, of course, flexor digitorum profundus, insert on the base of the distal phalanx. Flexor digitorum superficialis, insert on the base of the middle phalanx. But these tendons are held in place by this strong tunnel of connective tissue that is known as the fibrous flexor sheath. And this fibrous flexor sheath actually is, it's not actually, this is just a simplified image. So it's not just one piece, it's actually multiple pieces, as we will see in a bit. So as we said before, the fibrous flexor sheath holds the tendons of flexor digitorum profundus and superficialis in their place. As we said, for simplification purposes, we just drew it in a bit as just one piece, but it's actually, the fibrous flexor sheath is composed of multiple pieces. So it's basically there are two types of ligaments that form the fibrous flexor sheath. There is an annular type ligament and there is a cruciform type ligament. So we have 5 annular ligaments. Okay, so what does annular ligament mean? It means that it's like a ring. So there is a piece of connective tissue that looks like this, and it holds the tendon in place. And so there are 5 of these annular ligaments, and the first one lies at the metacarpophalangeal joint here. So this is the first annular ligament, and we have the second, third, fourth, and here is the 5th annular ligament. So here in blue we have our annular ligaments, or they are also called annular pulleys in blue. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 annular pulleys or annular ligaments, and they are, because we're going to take the letter A and call these A1, starting proximally, A2, A3, A4, and A5. So this is the A1 annular pulley, A2 annular pulley, A3, A4 and A5. These are the annular pulleys. Now between the annular pulleys we have another kind of ligament. They're called the cruciform pulleys or cruciform ligaments. So they're gonna just look like this, like X's. So we have 4 cruciform ligaments or cruciform pulleys, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these in red are cruciform ligaments or cruciform pulleys. And we're gonna take again the letter C, and we're gonna call these C1, C2, C3, and C4. So this is the detailed structure of the fibrous flexor sheath, and this is the structure that holds the tendons, the flexor tendons on the bone, and they prevent them from detaching from the bone. So like we said, the tendons of flexor digitorum profundus and superficialis are held in place over the bone with a group of ligaments collectively known as the fibrous flexor sheath. And this fibrous flexor sheath, as we said, is composed of 5 annular ligaments and 4 cruciform ligaments. So if this material here represents one of the tendons of flexor digitorum superficialis and profundus, lying on the bones of the phalanges here, and as we can see here, this is the metacarpal bone, and this is the proximal phalanx, middle and distal phalanx. So the first part of the fibrous flexor sheath is going to be right over the metacarpophalangeal joint here. And it's going to be the first annular ligament or annular pulley, as they are called. So the first annular pulley is going to be here, and there a second, and here is the third over the proximal interphalangeal joint, the fourth annular pulley, and the fifth annular pulley. So this is the first parts of the fibrous flexor sheath, or the annular pulleys of the fibrous flexor sheaths. And if we take the word annular, if we take the letter A, these sheaths are called A1 from annular, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 from proximal to distal. So A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. Now between these annular ligaments, we're gonna have the cruciform ligaments, and because we have 4 spaces here, we have 4 cruciform ligaments. So this is the first one, the second, third, and fourth cruciform ligaments. And if we take the letter C from the word cruciform, these are called C1, C2, C3, and C4. So the annular ligaments, the 5 annular ligaments and the 4 cruciform ligaments, collectively together they form what is known as the fibrous flexor sheath. And this connective tissue is what holds the tendons of the flexors of the fingers, or flexor digitorum superficialis and profundus, on the bone. And also the tendon of flexor pollicis longus, there is a similar arrangement here on the thumb that holds flexor pollicis longus in its place, and it's exactly the same arrangement as on the other fingers. So this is called the fibrous, this whole structure altogether is called the fibrous flexor sheath.